Good morning, gang. Good afternoon, good evening, or good night, depending on where you are in the world. Welcome back to this week's Bitcoin update. First and foremost, remember, nothing discussed today is financial advice. It's just for educational purposes only, and it's my view of the markets. And now we've got that out of the way, let's jump into the Bitcoin chart, shall we? I'm going to keep this really short and sweet because I'm really pushed for time today, but obviously you guys on Twitter really wanted an update. So here it is. Following on from last Thursday's update, okay, I'm not going to go through in too much detail. Last Thursday, we were down here, this down candle here. And what was holding us down at the time, if you guys were paying attention, quite simply, we're throwing a volume profile like this. Let's just zoom into the 4-hour time frame so we can see. Okay, so we're back here and we're bouncing up against the EQ. And we also had that high volume node just above us, which used to be the point of control before the point of control moved down here. And then once we started hanging around this high volume node once again, the point of controls moved back up, as you can see. Okay, so obviously this acted as resistance for quite some time. We had a nice trade in the group within this sell-off. Again, I'm not going to run through that because it ended up being a low time frame. And then since then, obviously, we've had a huge pump to the upside. Now, on this pump to the upside, obviously, we've gone straight through the value area high. Good thing about that, there were no trade opportunity given. And what we've done is we've come up and we've taken the liquidity above these stops, okay? Also, if you are a Fibonacci trader, which I am, we'll throw a Fibonacci on here, and we can see here, we'll just put it on the Fib retracement, and we've come right up to the 886, okay? So this is kind of the last Fib within the retracement, okay? And this is where we've had a really nice rejection, okay? Really nice rejection. Now, does that mean that's it, it's game over and we're going to new lows? Or does this mean it's just a short-term pullback and up to new highs? Well, let's quickly talk about it, okay? So, how I see this right now, where we are right now on a high time frame, looking at the 4-hour above, is this a short opportunity? Not really, not for a swing short, because you are effectively shorting right into support, okay? Value area high. So, while we remain out of value area high and out of value entirely, then we can look potentially for more upside. Now, once again, this isn't really a place I'd be longing here because low time frame you are longing into local resistance. But anyway, that's by the by. From here, if this value area high is to hold and we start making our way back up and getting above these highs here, then the odds significantly increase that we are going to come up to the overall range highs. Okay, so quite simply, if you are bullish and you are, say, you are long from lower, or maybe you're low time frame long from the nice long opportunity that happened through the night last night, then realistically you want it to take out these highs without a swing failure pattern. Okay, if you don't take out these highs and you just end up having a lower time frame swing failure pattern of said highs, peak above and then get back down below, that's not really going to look great, and it just means that we can continue this range above value area high and these highs. However, if you do flip this level, then realistically we can start looking back up here. Now, does that mean if we do flip this level we definitely come back up here? No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. There are no certainties in trading. This could come right up here and then come down before it. The odds aren't there, don't get me wrong. However, we have seen some very sloppy PA in this range. Okay, but if we do come up to range highs, once again, what are your options? A, look for a swing failure pattern of these highs. Do we get then a short opportunity on the back of that? Or B, look for slightly higher prices. Now, slightly higher prices is that region. Again, I've been talking about this red box for months and months and months. In fact, since we were down here, been openly public about this one. Okay, we do have this red box. Obviously, this red box initially is acted as resistance in the first place, which obviously led to the initial 23% sell-off. But the top of this box is also important, okay? So we've got two areas within this box. We've got the low of this box, and then we've got the top of this box. Until we clear this box, okay, 80k, 100k, whatever made-up targets your favourite bullshit influencers got on the cards are not in play. Until we flip this as support, and then we can start looking about higher prices, okay? Until then, this is still a big question mark zone for me. Okay, if you're an Elliott Wave trader, you'll understand why. But effectively within this, there could be a short opportunity. Okay, so that's to the upside. Now, what about the downside? What happens if this just rolls over from where we are, or comes up first and then rolls over? Well, quite simply, it's really simple, and I don't want you to overcomplicate this. Okay, I've been posting this on Twitter. If you don't follow us on Twitter, there's a link to our Twitter profile down in the description. If we get acceptance back into value and start coming down, then first and foremost, EQ, point of control. Okay, it's acted as a resistance until we broke through it. Does it act as support? If it does, there might be a long trigger there around the EQ. Okay, and in that case, then you're looking what happens then back up at value area high. Do we stay within value and we just basically create a range within here, or do we get back out of value and then start heading back up towards range highs? Okay, now if this doesn't hold, which we don't know if it will, we just know that it's going to be a sticky zone. It likely slows price down. Okay, if that doesn't hold, okay, we do have a bit of a region down here, okay, between these lows, but it's not the strongest of region in the world. Okay, but it is a bit of a region. But effectively, if this is lost, then once again, value area low. Now, value area low for me is not a massively strong level in this instance. Okay, I'd much rather see range lows. Okay, however, we can't rule out value area low because effectively they are the main levels within this range. Range high, value area high, point of control / EQ, value area low, and range low. Okay, the most important levels. Okay, so if we do come down to range low, okay, do we get a positive reaction? We don't know until we see it. Okay, if we do, great, cool, long trigger. We'll just continue trading this range. I will continue trading this range as long as it gives me opportunities to trade it, because range trading is fucking great. Okay, if this loses, then once again, you guys know exactly what I'm looking for, because I've talked about these levels for fucking ages now. 51, 52k region. If that fails, I'm looking back down at 42 to 43k region. Effectively, this old range. Let's get the old range tool on. Thank you. This old range. Okay. So first and foremost, what happens here? Do we get some strength? Great, cool. Got long trigger. If that fails, then looking back down, do we get acceptance back into this range? And then we just continue trading this range until one side breaks. Which side's it going to be? Nobody knows. Okay. Right, hopefully you've enjoyed today's content and learned something. Hopefully over the past few weeks, I've either saved you some money or made you some money if you've been paying attention. There's been some great opportunities going on. And yeah, if you're not subscribed, consider subscribing. And until next time, gang, as you were. Bye-bye.